Hello and welcome to Dance Vision 3. It's a very great pleasure to be with you once again. In today's video we're going to show you some basic quick step, some musical expression in the waltz.
And also we have 4 groups for you in each of the 4 dances, some simple, some advanced, which we hope you will enjoy dancing.
Often when we're away on tour, often pupils ask us, how do you create big movement? And that's the first topic we'd like to cover today.
How do we create powerful quality movement? 1, we must be on balance. 2, we must be as one unit. And 3, we must have a centre from which to dance.
We have to dance together. We have to be in one unit, the 2 bodies welded together. Now, to have that efficiently, we must therefore have a centre to dance from. Now, the centre that we dance from is not in the head, not in the shoulders, not in the knees, but in my opinion, I'm trying to work from the centre of my body, particularly the centre of gravity. I'm very, very aware of the centre of gravity in my body, and when I dance with Janet or with any lady, then I try to feel that the centre is there, and I'm trying to be aware of lady's centre when I dance with her. So lady's centre is about there, my centre is here, and those 2 centres will come together, and the lady has half, and I have half, and we have a common centre about which we're going to dance. So therefore, when we set up, I'm aware of centre, I'm not turning away from lady, I'm not turning fantastically into lady to cross centre. So the first thing that we're after is to, when you dance, is to be aware of the centre working together. Now, if we just show that in action, we're just going to do some basic for you. And I'm aware of centre here, lady aware of me here, where my centre's going. I try not to turn too early. I'm aware all the time of lady's centre and the angle through which we will dance. If we just do that once again for you, just in those basic steps, I'm aware of lady's centre here and here. We're going in the same direction, we're turning the same amount, and therefore we're dancing as one unit. We have a unit through which we're going to dance. That is the first thing that we're trying to do when we dance together. Now, this would apply in every type of movement that we have, every step that we have. And if I just give you a couple of examples, if I'm dancing a throwaway oversway, then I'm still aware of lady's centre, and although my head may be angled this way, to the left, I'm really aware of lady's centre at this point here. So at no stage would I turn my centre quicker than the lady can follow. And this applies, of course, to Janet's action with me. She's aware of where my centre's going, in which direction, whether it turns, whether it rises and falls, or which angle we're dancing at. So be aware of centre. That is the first thing to achieve. Now, from that centred position, we are now one unit, and we now have to create movement. Now, in dancing, there are 4 powers, 4 forces that we have to use in order to create powerful movement. Now, in the waltz, if we start the actual movement here, the first action that we're going to create as we move forward on left foot is a relaxation through the knee and the hips. And this will give us a force that we're going to use, which is body weight coupled with gravity as I move through. So therefore, what I often find in girls and in men dancers is that as they move forward, they keep the knees and the hips too straight and don't allow the downswing to come in. So you're trying to use the body weight on the downswing to come down through the body, through the hips, through the knees, into the floor. So if you dance with legs that are too stiff when you start here, at this moment here, the knees won't flex and won't allow the weight to come down. So both of us are going to try and do that. We're going to relax on the first preparatory step and allow our weight to relax through. So the knees will slightly relax automatically, and so will the hip. So if we just dance that same steps again, and the feeling from here is relax, relax, I relax now. Now the knees and hips relax, allowing the weight to come down. And now, 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 and now. So in technique, the timing there would be, it starts on 3 and. On the second half of beat 3 is when I'm going to allow the weight to come down into the knee, and the knee must relax and absorb that movement. So the first power, the first force that we're going to use in dancing is gravity. That's the first thing. That is coupled with the body weight moving, and if the knees move forward, my weight will move with it. What you mustn't do is sit on the leg. The weight must move in the direction you wish to go. So gravity is the number one action to get the body weight moving. Very, very important. Now, the second type of power we have in dancing is muscular. And this muscular action is going to come all through the body, of course, because we're dancing with the body. It's the instrument with which we're dancing. But specifically, our engine in the dance is from the waist down. That's the engine of the dance. So the hip muscle, the thigh muscles, the whole muscles in the leg, and the joints are going to provide the power to move me onto that first step. So I'm going to relax first on 3 and then I drive the weight through using the standing leg, all 4 joints, all the muscles of the leg, to produce the movement from my left foot to the right foot. So this is a muscular action, and this goes right through the whole dance. I'm using each standing leg powerfully and in order to create movement. So if we just dance that once more. Here comes the energy now. There's the standing leg. Janet would use her left foot now. Now her right leg. Now my right leg. Now lady's right leg. And you can see the standing leg action from here. Left leg now. Lady's left. This is responsible for renewing the action on each bar of music. I'd like to continue now with the third force that we use in dancing in order to create big movement, and this type of force is perhaps the most powerful type of force in dancing. It's the centrifugal force, and it's very closely linked with swing, and it mainly comes from the legs and the hips swinging and the side of the body swinging and the shoulder and the arm. In other words, the whole side of the body will swing in order to create a centrifugal type of action. Now this happens after the standing leg action. So we drive the leg, we drive the body, driving the leg and the body forward from the left leg, standing leg. Now when I release, this now becomes the centrifugal force that's going to help my powerful movement. And if we show that in the action, Janet's action would be exactly the same.
Right side swinging here, left. Now I use my right, my left, my right, my left, right side again, left side, and right side.
And that, of course, in a basic action particularly, which is so important to create big movement, that action is creating a lot of power in our overall movement. And so we're swinging the side, the moving side, after we've driven from the muscular action of the legs. Now, if you can create those 3 powers in dancing, you're going to create a lot of movement in your waltz or the foxtrot or quick-step in the swing dances. So let's just recap on that. First of all, you must have a center. Center is the most important thing. It is the cornerstone of our dancing. It's why we dance together. We dance from a center in order to balance our weight over our feet and to balance together with partner. Secondly, we must relax the knees and the hips to allow the weight to come through, and that's gravity, allowing the body weight to flow. The next action that we're using is muscular, and that's the standing leg action. We're using that very powerfully. All 4 joints on the leg must work. That is the hip, the knee, the ankle joint, and the toe joints. They're going to drive my body weight, particularly the centre of gravity, onto the new foot. So the second type of power in dancing is muscular. The third type of action, the third type of power that we're creating movement with, is a swinging action, and it's centrifugal force, the leg swinging forward, the hip turning, the side turning, and this is creating also a lot of power in dancing. Now, in most basic actions that we've shown you here, the waltz basic action, you have these three very, very strongly. Now, there is another power that we are using also in these actions, but it's not quite so evident, so I'd like to turn to another step. And I've been asked also, this coincides with a request that we've had, and that is to talk about the same foot lunge and the exit to the same foot lunge of the spin with the telemark ending. Now, the first thing we have to create is to, first of all, have the centre again, the feeling of where centre is, in order to create the fourth force correctly. Now, the fourth force in dancing is the opposite to centrifugal action, which is an outside of turn, and it's called centripetal force, which means, very simply, a turning force on the inside of a turn. So, for instance, a spin action here, I'm creating centripetal force, I'm creating power around the centre of the turn, which would be my left foot. So there's muscular action working, the head and the shoulders turning to the left, and the centre of the turn would be my left foot. So when we come to a step such as the same foot lunge with the telemark ending, we just show that for you. There's the same foot lunge position. First of all, I'm aware of lady's centre. I mustn't be turned away. And now I'm going to turn the whole weight around my left foot, around that left foot to end in promenade and comfortably balanced. So let's just recap there. Same foot lunge with the spin and telemark ending. The first thing to do is to make sure you're centred. Where is lady's centre? So my left hip feels closed into lady. Now the first movement from here is going to be a movement towards the left foot, slight turn and movement onto that foot. So there's movement and turn coming in together. But my centre must not turn quicker than the lady can get there. So the head is moving over the left foot, and then it keeps moving over the left foot, and we balance together in the promenade. Now, there should be a feeling of unity, a feeling of one unit, two bodies working together again. If the centre is lost, then you've got no chance. Now, the biggest fault here on this step is that the man turns on the right foot and spins the lady, and you end, usually side by side, in a nice paso doble position, which is no good to you. So we need to be as one unit. Where's lady's centre? I'm going to turn the head and the shoulders around that left foot and end in the promenade position. The lady's job here, she has also an action to make, and her main action is to drive from the right leg, that's her standing leg, drive her right leg and turn following my centre, not going above or below, but staying at the same level as the man in order to balance. So again, her job is to be aware of my centre as she drives through.
I'd like to say a word here for the ladies. My feeling on this step is that I stay in the same foot lunge position bodily. In other words, when I move onto my left foot, I am following the turn that Richard has given me, but I'm not doing any extra. So what I'm not doing is closing into him, so that I end up going backwards onto this foot. Our centres now have spun off of each other, and I'm now in a very difficult position and not balanced at all. So I just feel that the turn is made by the man. I will follow the curve of the turn, but my overall feeling is that I really stay in this body position, and the turn will get me back into closed position. And I feel now that I'm in promenade position still. I've come back behind the hip, but I haven't turned into him on my right foot, which is a very important point to make, because otherwise we're ending up spinning backwards and away from the man.
Thank you very much. We'd like to now develop this small section that we've shown you, the same foot lunge into the telemark ending, and we'd like to develop it by dancing a small variation for you that we enjoy dancing, and we hope you'll enjoy dancing it too. Thank you very much. Now, we would like to break this down for you into its component parts, and first of all, we're dancing a hover cross into the corner from promenade position. Check back to the left foot, into a quick open reverse, diagonally to center, and then right foot back into a hover corte, switch to the left, swaying left, lady turns head to right. Again, I'm aware of center here. Now, same foot lunge, changing the sway to the left. Bring lady to left foot, sway to the right, lady sways left, and she développes the leg as I change the sway to the left again. Now repeat into the same foot lunge once again. And here we are in our little variation that we showed you earlier, the exit to the promenade. Now we'll just break that down for you again once more to its component parts. We're dancing from a promenade position into the corner, and we're dancing a hover cross, check back to the left foot. We're ready to move diagonally to center now into the quick open reverse, backing line of dance. Now right foot back into the hover, switch left to right into the same foot lunge, swaying left. Bring lady onto left foot, swaying strongly to the right. Lady looks to the left and sways left. Now we change the sway to the left. Lady développes the right leg, and then back into the same foot lunge once more, changing the sway at the end to the left. And now into the exit of the spin to the telemark, ending in promenade position. And now we'll like to give you the timing on this step. On promenade, we're dancing 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. We just do that once again for you. Starting with the hover cross from promenade, we're dancing 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. we'd like to move on now to musical expression in the waltz. Now, there are two ways of creating musical expression for a dancer. One is to dance interesting rhythmic patterns in your variations, and the second way is to improve the technical expertise and the musicality of your leg and body action in the basic actions. So that's what we'd like to try and do in Dance Vision 3 for you. We'd like to show you the way that we developed our leg action and therefore movement in a musical way. Now, in waltz, we have 3 beats to the bar, and therefore we can utilize 6 half beats in our action. So we count it 1 and, 2 and, 3 and. So that's 6 half beats, 3 beats. So if we just give you an overall idea first of all of this, we have from here 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2, 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and. Now, those half beats are very, very important because the half beats at a high level is where the expression is coming. And the beginner would dance only on the beat. He would dance 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, exactly on the beat. But the good dancer is trying to fill out completely the whole of the music, all the half beats and the main beat as well. So we're dancing, trying to dance fully in our action, not just slowly, but fully, so that we interpret completely what the music is doing. Now, if we break that down for you, and I do it sideways so you can see my action. The first action, the flexing of the knee and the starting of the body movement, is the first half beat, 1. And I get to about halfway, perhaps a little bit more with my body weight. So the first half beat coming in is 1. Now the weight continues to move and the leg releases for and. So therefore the first action, 1 and. I'll do that once again. The first movement is on the first half beat, the leg moves, I'm about halfway, I release on the second half beat of the music. And then from there, the movement continues, the swinging action of the left side continues into the second step, and I have beat 2, and it continues to swing using foot pressure to close for 2 and. I put the weight in on beat 3 and lower for and. So if I just do that once more, you can see we have 1 and, 2 and, 3 and. And so in waltz, the timing is very simple. For every movement, we have a half beat to do that movement in. So from here, body movement and leg, half a beat. Body movement again, and the leg, half a beat. The leg swings with the body again, half a beat. The leg is closing, foot pressure for half a beat. The weight goes in the right foot for half a beat, and I lower, and therefore we lower on the last half beat of the music. Ladies' action is exactly the same. Janet likes to show that.
I move my body weight and take the step for 1. I absorb and relax the hip and knee joint, and full complete weight is in my left foot now for the and count. I turn and move across for 2, continue to rise for the and start to close, close and change weight for 3, and lower into the left foot for the count of and. So if I do that again, it is body weight and foot for 1, absorb and complete the action for the and count, turn and move across for 2, continue to rise for the and, closing the other foot, continuing to rise on beat 3 to close the foot completely and change weight, and then lower into the left foot for the and count of 3. So without stopping this time, it would be 1 and 2 and 3 and.
And if we just dance that together for you, we have 1 and 2 and 3 and. Once more, going this way, a different angle for you. 1 and 2 and 3 and. Now, when we danced in competitions, the first 8 bars that we danced, we always counted in this way. 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3, and this consistent rhythm. The music is playing that rhythm and at that speed all the time that you're dancing. So this will give you harmony when you dance together. It gives you a together feeling, and when we practiced, we used to count, both of us used to count aloud so that we could hear each other, and this would tell us when we were going wrong and hopefully when we were going right. So our practice method would be to both of us to count 1 and 2 and 3 and 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 etc. So this will give you a fullness of action and a slowness that will give you musical expression in the waltz.
So we'd like to dance for you now a small basic amalgamation of a fall-away, slip pivot, open telemark and chassé, counting it in the half beats, so it gives you another illustration of the method that we used. So we'll start with the fall-away. And 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2, 3 and 1 and 2 and 3. And once more. And 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2, 3 and...
And I'd like to broaden that for you and show you how we use the same, exactly the same counting method, not just in basic steps, but also in our first variation in competitions and demonstrations. And so this is much more advanced variation, and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2, 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2, 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and. And so you can see here is a very simple method of giving you harmony and a greater musical expression by timing your legs correctly, perfectly with the music and your body. So now we've changed the rhythm and we've just danced for you a tango group that is nice and simple and feels very nice to dance. And so I'd like now to go through it for you and break it down into the component parts. And it starts in promenade position, ready to go diagonally to the center. We dance 3 steps in promenade position to a telespin ending in fall-away position. Step back and close, lady turning closed, forward, appel and point. Step back into a chassé along the line of dance. Turn to promenade. Now we dance open promenade into outside swivel, into a brush tap. So I'll do that once more for you. Begin in promenade position, 3 steps, to a telespin, ending in fall-away position, step back and close, step forward, appel and flick, back into a chassé along line of dance, turn to promenade.
open promenade, into outside swivel, into a brush tap. Now I'd like to break this group down and give you the timing, which is fairly straightforward, and we have slow, quick, quick, and quick, 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 slow, quick, quick, and quick, quick, slow, slow, quick, quick, slow, slow, quick, 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 and slow.
Now I'd like to continue and tell you, to the gentleman, how to lead the telespin. So the telespin, coming from the 3 steps of the promenade. Third step, I turn my body to the right, a very small turn to allow the lady's hip to come inside my hip, and now I turn my body over the left foot to the left and then place weight to the right foot in fall-away position. Now, this is a good example of centripetal force. The way that I lead it is not through pushing with the right arm, but through turning the body in the correct position over the left foot. And this is a good example of what we were talking about earlier in the tape, of a force to get the job done, and in this case it's a turning on the left foot with the body. So if I just dance that once more, we're dancing the 3 steps of the promenade: slow, quick, quick. There's the turn. I've turned my body to the right. This lets Janet come through. I now turn my body to the left, not using the right arm, and then step back and right shoulder leading into the fall away. Now we're going to move on to Foxtrot, and we're going to show you a medium difficult step, and it's a step that takes us across the corner. It doesn't move a great deal, it's not designed to move a great deal, but it's got rather an attractive feature in the middle. So we'll just dance that to music, if we may. There's the little step, very simple little step, and the main feature is the hover cross in the middle of the variation. We'll just show that once again for you, this time without music. We're dancing an open impetus turn into a hover cross, checking the weight, backward into a weave, into an open telemark, to a hover, heel pull to left side and weave, ending. So let's just do that once again. So from here, left foot back into the open impetus, into the hover cross on left side, checking weight to right foot, forward to left foot. Now right foot back into weave, into an open telemark, into a hover, heel pull onto left side, into a weave, ending diagonally to center. Now the timing here in Foxtrot, we have slow, quick, quick, slow, quick, 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 slow, quick, quick, slow, quick, 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 quick. And that is our little Foxtrot group. Just a word about the hover cross going into the centre, which is rather an unusual alignment to take the hover cross. go diagonally, step around the lady, continue the turn, and now out on the left side, keeping the head well to the left for both of us. So if we just dance that once again, the turn here is the important thing. So step and turn to left side, checking the weight, back into the weave, into the open telemark, hover, heel pull onto the left side, man closes feet and dances a weave ending. Now that last little part, if we just show that, just perhaps the feet we could just show on this part here. From the hover, I dance left foot back into a heel pull, but overturn the heel pull so that the next step comes outside the lady on her left side. Both toes. Now I'm going to close right foot to left foot, leading the lady to come around me. Now left foot back, leading lady to come outside on the right side. Now I'm into the weave ending, ending diagonally to center. We hope you enjoyed that foxtrot variation. We'd like to now move on to quick step, and I'd like to try to tell you of the differences between the basic quick step, for instance the chassé, the quick open reverse, the hover run, the step and swing type of action, compared to the step and hop and step and chassé type of action, such as the popular scatter chassés or the step called the pepper pot, and I'll show you exactly what they are in a moment. Now, the basic action in quick step is still based on a swinging action, so we have a step and a swing action. So if I just show you that first, in quick step we have a chassé, step and swing, step, step and swing, step, swing, and step and swing. Round the corner, step and swing, and you can see there, if I just slow that down for you, just do it alone, there's the standing leg action, here comes the swing. Through to here, drive, drive, there's the swing. Now from here, drive, and there's the swing. Now this action in quick step is still, should be, still very important. Don't overload your competitive routines and your dancing only with the tricks and the step hop. As a judge, I still want to see the basis of the dance, which is still step and swing. Now, when we come to the step hop actions, then you have a different feeling of foot action. You mustn't let the weight down. So do you remember we talked earlier about using gravity to help our movement? Well, there's the relaxation, or if I'm coming downward, there's the relaxation moment to start the body downswing, the downswing of the body. But when you dance the step hop actions, then you want to keep it as light as possible and using a lot of ankle strength to keep the weight up, out of the floor in feeling, a very light feeling. So therefore, if I dance something like a pepper pot here, I'm trying to stay up, keep it very light over my feet. Just do that once again. There's no downward feeling here until I go down into the slow step to dance the next natural turn. So the major difference is that when you dance a step hop and scatter chassé, or a quick and quick chassé as we have here, you're trying to keep the weight light so that you can accelerate the body quickly across the feet. Because a lot of these timings are very quick. You have, for instance, quick, quick, quick and quick, quick, quick on something like this. So the timing here, for instance, step, hop, quick and quick, 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 that is very fast. So you don't have time to take big steps. So you want small steps when you dance these type of actions and an accelerating action in the body. There's no time to let the weight down. So strong feet and keep the ankles used very strongly and the heels off the floor is the feeling. when you're dancing these sort of scatter chassés. So if we just do some scatter chassés for you, you can see here, step, hop, stay up, very light. Now I can start to swing again as we dance the natural turn. Now we'd just like to show you a very simple quick step group where there are no step hop chassé type actions. It's a very simple step based on the quick open reverse, and we hope you'll enjoy it.
Every dream that I dream comes true. Whenever I dance close to you, every tear that I cry turns dry. When you say that you love me too, they say that romance never happens when you're searching hard to find. But it will come upon you, dealing furthest from your mind. So don't let me go when
So now we'd like to show you that group in detail and also give you the timing. And we're dancing right foot back into a chassé to the center. Now the quick open reverse, into right foot back into a hover corte, left foot back into heel pull, into the last part of a curving feather, and then from here left foot back into a tip or chassé, continuing with a lock step. So if I just dance that once again for you. Right foot back into the chassé to the center, quick open reverse, right foot back into a hover, left foot back for the heel pull. Now left foot forward into a curving feather step, and then left foot back into a tip or chassé, and then left foot forward into a lock step. So you can see the construction is very simple. There are no step hop actions in there, so it'd be quite nice to lead and follow through this variation. Now the timing here, again, nice and simple from here. Slow, quick, quick, slow, 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 quick, quick, slow, 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 quick, quick, slow, quick, quick, slow, quick, quick, slow, slow.
every dream that I dream comes true. Whenever I dance close to you, every tear that I cry turns dry. When you say that you love me too, they say that romance never happens when you're searching hard to find. But it will come upon you, dealing furthest from your mind. So don't let me go when they...
I hope you've enjoyed Dance Vision 3. We've certainly enjoyed making it for you. If you have any ideas and hints you would like us to talk about next time, please do let us know, and we'll be pleased to incorporate them. So until next time, goodbye.
Goodbye.